For the third time in 7 days, we're back to Sha Tin on Sunday for another 10 races. Welcome to Racing to Win. All 10 races about to be previewed. We've had to separate these two. They had a little bit of niggle between them on Thursday. Paul Lally and Tom Wood. Tom, have you kissed and made up?
Oh, always kiss and make up with Paul. Looking forward to what should be a good day coming up at Sha Tin. The final race looks a beauty with Excellent Proposal, who monstered them last time out after being 3 and 4 wide, no cover throughout. He's stepping up to the 1800 metres here in Class 2. Number of first starters going round through the course of the afternoon as well. One in particular I'm quite keen on in race number 5.
Paul, who won on the points decision during the great debate on Thursday?
Oh, it was just a bit of fun, wasn't it, over one of the horses there. But look, I'll tell you what, it's a really good card, this one. There's no jackpots to speak of, but look, that last race is a cracker, isn't he? An Excellent Proposal, having his third start up to 1800 metres already. He'll go out red hot, though. I think he's pretty short already. Looking through the other card, as Tom mentioned, there's some really good, interesting first starters in a couple of those races as well. So throughout the card, I think there's been some really good betting races and some all-weather races as well.
He's on a 2-week turnaround, Excellent Proposal, Paul. Now, John Size wouldn't run him unless he's absolutely happy with him. Are you concerned he might still be a little flat after that run, though?
Well, look, he picked up really well from start 1 to start 2, didn't he? And normally you see these second-up-itis with these horses. He seems to have overcome that fine. So, look, he looks an exciting prospect.
On to the 10 races we go. We've got a combination of turf and dirt racing coming up on Sunday as well. Wagner Borges has been cleared to ride after that mishap on the way to the gates with King Opie in race 10 on Thursday. C+3 course, 8 turf races, 2 on the all-weather. We kick off with a Class 5 over the 1800 metres. Slightly earlier start too, 12:45 local time with a simulcast coming in from Japan. President Star, first start Class 5. The 3 Joy Master, he went to Happy Valley after winning the first race of the season, so he's back to the place where he won first up, and Jerry Chow has a £10 claim. Green Generation, one of 2 in the race for Michael Cheng. Blake Shin rides from Barrier 2. Great Smart, a winner if he's only raced over 1800 off a rating of 23. Art of Raw's had a good start to the season. Stablemate of Green Generation, 2 starts for 2 placings and a gear change on the 11 Proud Sky. Blinkers off, the visor back on, and he too returns to the turf surface. Tom, you have my word, is the only horse that has been up at Chongfa.
And he's not had the greatest of form in recent runs, has You Have My Word. Art of Raw, probably the likely leader in this race, probably the only really leader in the race, to be honest. President Star can sit handy. He has led and sat handy in the past. Wick is the interesting one because he's resuming from a spell. Only win course and distance. He did lead on that occasion, but he hasn't led since.
Joy Master, look, he's just ticked over nicely. He's had a couple of runs already this season, and one of them has been a winning one. Then backed it up with a nice run as well. So he's in good form, and he gets the apprentice claim. So comes down to a handy weight as the 3 Joy Master. Great Smart, 800 metres for him. He moves nicely enough. Look, he's going okay, but Barrier 13 is going to find it a bit tricky for him, I think. Joe Moreira aboard, so there's a big positive there for him as well. Manfred Mann's got him, and Art of Raw should get a nice soft lead on his own. And look, he's been working really well. Another one who's had runs this season already, so pretty fit coming into this assignment for him as well. So another one I think is one of the big chances of the race.
Review time. We've got a few replays to look at to try and help you find a winner in this Class 5. The first one, we go back to Sha Tin, rather Happy Valley, on the 16th of the 9th. Joy Master won at Sha Tin prior to this, Tom. Dragon Pride having his first start for David Hayes, finished a long way back.
He did. Joy Master here, I think what is a bonus this time round is he's got the £10 claim of Jerry Chow, so he's not carrying the 131 like last time. He's carrying the 121 here, and he was midfield, took off at the 650, and I thought he stayed on fair enough. So I'd definitely be wanting to include him, Paul, especially with that £10 claim. Yeah,
definitely. And back to Sha Tin, I think it's a real positive for this horse where he's already won this season. So with the 2 runs under his belt, I think he's one of the major players.
The first race is on the turf. We're going to a replay now on the all-weather featuring Art of Raw, Paul, who's brought his trial form to this early season racing. Green Generation comes out of this field and a couple of others too.
Look, Art of Raw, he's going really well. Now, he's going to get a soft lead, I can see, in this race. So I definitely wanted to include him. I did include Green Generation as well. I thought his run was quite good when he hit the line. He hit the line really nicely in this one as well. Hay Run is harder to catch than a slippery bar of soap.
Okay, then, yeah. I haven't included Art of Raw in the end because he's just got the 1 placing from his 10 outings on the turf at Sha Tin, so 11 outings in fact on the turf at Sha Tin. So that was the thing that concerned me. Did include Green Generation because he has slightly improved.
We'll leave Paul's soap catching practice for
Don't know
after
where
the
to go
show,
with that.
Tom. Yeah, no, me neither. Here's you have my word up at Jungvar.
Yeah, and this horse here, he's been out of form for quite some time. I've got a question mark over him. He's drawn gate 1. He's a 3-time winner. He's only had limited runs here in the grade, but when he has won, has been in this grade. 2 starts for a win. Hasn't played since May of 2019, so it's been a right dry spell for this horse. I left him out in the end, Paul.
I did too, and I thought he was really pushed out in this trial. Look, he's got barrier 1, that's a positive, but that's about it for him, I think.
Who are we going with, Paul?
I'm going to go with Joy Master. He's got the runs on the board this season already. He's had 2 really good runs, both with senior riders. He's got the junior rider, but he's got the 10-pound claim, so the lightweight. Art of Raw, look, he hasn't got the best turf record, but it's catch me if you can for him. He'll be in the front, and if he does get a soft lead, I think he can finish off nicely. Green Generation and Great Smart for 4th. 3, 10, 6 and 7.
The claim and back to Sha Tin, I think, is certainly going to be a big help for Joy Master this time round. So Casper Founds and Jerry Chow to kick the meeting off with a win. Green Generation, Blake Shin and Michael Chang. He's improved a little bit in his last couple of runs. Great Smart, it was a tough run for him last time out. 3 wide, no cover just behind the speed. Wasn't far away in a blanket finish. And I threw in President Star. Vincent Ho getting on board interests me a little. 8s and 2.9, so there is some support for him early in betting. Went round at Happy Valley and was beaten 7 lengths in his last effort in Class 4. So 3, 6, 7 and 1.
It's all about Joy Master in the first of the day. He's come up at 10 to 1 at the moment too. Can't imagine that price will hold up for too long.